Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They go play action with Franks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now Franks. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. On play action, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Second and 16. And Frank's looking to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Eluding the pressure right. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Robinson. Down to about the 22 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Frank's 3rd down from the gun. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Franks now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Franks. Buying time to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome. It
really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Elliott running right. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. A give to Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Marlon Davidson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Working out of the gun, Franks. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Franks flush to his right. Complete to Zacchaeus. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Mike 14.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Setting up play action. Franks. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson had the 2nd fastest play of 2019. He hit 22.23 miles an hour on a touchdown run, and he found a top gear here as well.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And it looked like he got the feed down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 48 yards. And the Falcons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On first down, it's Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Franks. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Off play action. Franks. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Broke the tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Let's go. You tighten up. 54.
They'll run with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here's Elliott. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Let's go. Let's go.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
Backside guys,
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
He's not going to get me.
Looking to throw. Franks. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. It's Franks now from the shotgun. That's complete to Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Franks. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Now young wk1 for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. Following the touchdown, here's wk1 to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Elliott. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Pollard, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Franks. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Powering his way forward. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They go to Elliott again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 172 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He was brought down by Foyesade Oluwakin. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and it was their defense